This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Man fatally shot in Burnt Savannah. Bug Lane in Burnt Savannah, St. Elizabeth, was the scene of a fatal shooting on Wednesday. The body of an unidentified man was found about 8 o'clock. It was reported that residents heard explosions and called the police. The body, which had bullet wounds, was later found. A car and various items including a shovel and a pickaxe were found nearby. This is the third murder in Bug Lane since the start of the year. An American visitor and a woman were killed in January and April. Police probing double murder in Bull Bay. No motive has been established for the fatal shooting of two men in Bull Bay in the Eastern Kingston Police Division. The men have been identified as 21-year-old Shalon Chamberlain of Taylorland, Bull Bay, and 26-year-old Oreen Bennett of no fixed address. About 1 o'clock Tuesday morning, residents of Taylorland heard gunfire and called the police. The bodies of the two men were later found. The police are investigating. Police increased presence in Gregory Park following fatal shooting. The Greater Portmore Police have increased patrols in Gregory Park, St. Catherine, following another fatal shooting in the area on Wednesday morning. Avalon Gusmore, a 40-year-old shop operator, was killed at his business establishment about 10 o'clock. Investigators say his killing is in reprisal for Monday's fatal shooting of 39-year-old Omar Ricketts. Mr. Ricketts was at a bar when he was killed by men carrying handguns and rifles. Investigators told the news that 3 persons have been killed in the violence since last week. Bustamante Hospital exceeds patient capacity. The management of Bustamante Hospital for Children has been forced to get creative as the institution grapples with taking care of more patients than its capacity. Errol Green, director of the Southeast Regional Health Authority, said the hospital is now full and is further challenged in how it deals with excess patients, given it is the only children's hospital on the island. We can't really refer patients from Bustamante to other institutions so easily because they cater for from birth to age 12. We have to make space for the children. Those who are well enough to go home, we ensure that they are sent home. We don't do elective surgeries, we only do emergency surgeries, so that will minimize the need for hospital stay and so on, he revealed. Mr. Green said Spanish Town Hospital and Princess Margaret Hospital are also above capacity. He added that there are challenges at Kingston Public Hospital as well as Linstead Hospital. What we have done though is that we have put things in place so that we can accommodate, move people around to hospitals that might not be facing the challenge, he noted. Good Samaritan freed of assault charge after rescuing boy from dog attack. 34-year-old electrician Renford Kerr, who rescued a child last year from a dog attack, has been freed of an assault charge. He was arrested and charged following a complaint made by the owner of the dog. Kerr was freed on Tuesday in the St. Mary Parish Court following a no-case submission made by Queen's Counsel Peter Champagny and attorney-at-law Veronique Morris, who represented him. Kerr was driving his motor vehicle in Mango Valley District, St. Mary on April 4 last year when he saw a dog attacking a 10-year-old boy who was walking on the road. He jumped out of his vehicle and threw stones at the dog in order to rescue the boy. The boy had to receive medical treatment as a result of injuries suffered during the dog attack. Tanisha Williams, the owner of the dog, complained that Kerr came into her yard and beat her up and he was charged with assault, occasioning actual bodily harm. Kerr admitted to chasing the dog into the owner's yard but denied assaulting the woman. The lawyer suggested to the witness on the cross-examination that she got upset when she saw Kerr in her yard and attacked him, but she denied the suggestion. On the cross-examination, the dog owner admitted to being a complainant in 5 other cases before the court. It was suggested to her that she is known to be litigious, but she denied the suggestion. The dog owner had testified that she received several injuries from Kerr as a result of the alleged beating. However, on the cross-examination, the defense lawyers pointed out that the evidence revealed that no such injuries were observed by the police or the doctor who saw the dog owner immediately after the incident. After the Crown closed its case on Tuesday, Champagne submitted that the testimony of the complainant was totally discredited. The prosecution conceded, and the judge then freed Kerr of the assault charge. More than just fires. Jamaica Fire Brigade responds to over 2,000 other emergency calls. The Jamaica Fire Brigade is reminding the public that along with putting out blaze, it also responds to non-fire-related incidents, including medical emergencies and rescues. Public Relations Officer for the JFB, Emilio Ebanks, in an interview stated that from January to December 2020, the JFB's ambulance service across the island responded to 2,431 emergency calls for medical and trauma cases. These include trauma such as motor vehicle accidents, a violent situation where persons might be injured, or a case where a person has fallen from a ladder. When we look at medical, there is a whole gamut of medical emergencies that we are called to, from childbirth, heart attack, persons fainting, persons not feeling well in the middle of the night, and of course the coronavirus he outlined. Ebanks said that the JFB also responds to and welcomes special service calls for rescue situations. If you find yourself locked out or locked into your property, you can call the fire brigade for some assistance. Another situation we have seen is children getting their heads stuck in a grill, for example. Rather than try to pull or cut with a hacksaw, we have cutting and spreading tools. You can call the Jamaica Fire Brigade and we will be more than happy and ready to come and assist you in that kind of a situation, he said. These special service calls include rescuing someone who is stuck in a tree or trapped in flood waters. The JFB Public Relations Officer said that firefighters are not just sitting idly at the fire stations waiting for a call to come in, noting that they are in constant preparation mode to respond to the public. When we are at the station, there are a number of other activities that must take place, he said. Outside of observing drills, we carry out our own training drills. We are constantly training, constantly studying to ensure that, as much as possible, we are up to date with the different technologies that are coming into the country. Persons must always be getting themselves ready, and you must always be in that state of readiness at all times. So once that call comes in, the best possible response will be given, he pointed out. He noted, for example, that the firefighters do research on how to treat with hybrid vehicle models in instances of fire and extraction. To make use of the JFB's emergency and ambulance services, members of the public can dial 110 or call their local fire station for other special services. 375 new COVID cases recorded in Jamaica and 14 deaths. Jamaica recorded 375 new cases of the COVID-19 yesterday and 14 virus-related deaths, according to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This pushed the total number of confirmed cases on the island since the outbreak to 56,165 and the confirmed deaths to 1,268. The new cases comprise 218 females and 157 males, with ages ranging from 46 days to 98 years. According to the ministry, 181 of the cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 75 in St. Catherine, 43 in St. Anne, 13 in Manchester, 11 each in Hanover and Portland, 10 each in St. James, St. Thomas and Westmoreland, 6 in St. Elizabeth, 3 in Trelawney, and 1 each in St. Mary and Clarendon. Meanwhile, 4 of the latest deaths are from Kingston and St. Andrew, including 3 females ages 81, 82, and 88, and a 61-year-old male. 2 of the victims were female ages 45 and 62, while 2 were males ages 72 and 85, all from Manchester. In St. James, a 77-year-old female whose death was previously under investigation and a 100-year-old female were today classified as COVID victims. The remaining victims were a 70-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 58-year-old female from Westmoreland, a 34-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, and an 81-year-old male from St. Anne. 2 more deaths were reported as coincidental. The ministry further reported 32 new recoveries, which pushed the total recoveries to 47,365. There are 7,165 active cases on the island. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.